Hello everybody! Many of you have asked me to do a special video about the most significant aspect that we're going to encounter during this year 2016, which is this square between Saturn and Neptune. And a square aspect always produces a degree of tension. Now, squares are not bad. A lot of people go, "Ooh, squares." No, squares create tension so that we become aware of something. It draws something more to your awareness. Sometimes when things are just all nicey trines and sextiles and everything, you're kind of trolling along and you're not really aware of maybe some changes that would benefit you greatly. So let's look. This aspect began, well, it was actually exact on the 26th of November of last year. And this year it's exact again on the 17th of June and the 10th of September. But they are nonetheless wandering along together all of this year. So I'm going to cover what it means personally and globally. But let's look at these different aspects of Saturn. So Saturn is all about form, and everything to do with the form, to do with the structure. Neptune is everything to do with things that are, it's the space around the form. So the way I would see it is that this flip chart here is very Saturnian. It's a thing, it's something you can touch, it's physical. And Neptune is the space around, is everything that we kind of like, we can't grasp it. Yeah, if you try and grasp Neptune, you can't do that. But you can get a hold of Saturn, it's physical, it's tangible. And of course we need both, don't we? We need the physical things in our world, and we're also living in a world of space. Now Neptune also rules water. Rules everything, it's a water sign. It rules our seas, yes, everything to do with the seas, the oceans, liquids, any kind of liquids, so oil, gases, all those kinds of things. Now Saturn rules the earth itself. This would be, so the way I would see this as the earth. And I would see this as something that is unearthly, unworldly, takes us into that spiritual arena. So we've got, and this is such an interesting mix, because Sagittarius in its intrinsic nature is spiritual. It wants to shoot arrows out and to find out what's happening in other places, other planets, other galaxies even. And Neptune too, in its way, is extremely spiritual. So Saturn in Sagittarius is almost a little bit of a conundrum, because Saturn is Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. So we've got a contraction of this energy of Sagittarius here. It's contracted into Saturn. What am I seeing here? I think we're seeing politicians, people, heads of state. I think we're seeing them just coming out with all kinds of things. Yeah, people speaking their truths. Things just coming out with, this is my truth and this is what I believe in. And I think we're going to see corporations maybe coming out with just a little bit too much of off-the-wall things. And I think that with the square to Neptune here in Pisces, we're going to be asking ourselves, what's true? Is this really true? Is this reality? We may be looking at our perception of reality. Yeah, one way of seeing the world. This could well be an awakening for you with this square, as to seeing your world completely differently. You may look at your life from a completely different perspective as we go through this Saturn square to Neptune. I do think we're going to see greater contrasts in weather, climate changes. We're already sadly been seeing that with terrible floods, terrible flooding happening in England and all over, and at the same time drought. Saturn in Sagittarius, drought, bringing dryness. Saturn has a dry energy. Neptune, Pisces, has a watery, wet energy. When these are square, we may find that there are polarities between the two. So possibility of severe drought, severe flooding. Different energies there. I think that we are going to see the pharmaceutical industry, the drug industry. I think there's going to be some issues around honesty, dishonesty, things coming out there that may just need to come out. Maybe some people unearthing the truth about certain drugs and vaccinations, all these kinds of things, I think are going to come into more prominence with this Saturn-Neptune square. I think Saturn likes to plan. Yes, you Capricorns, you love a plan. You want to know where you're going and you set the goals and you like to have like a strategy. Neptune loves randomness. It loves things just to happen. Yeah, let's see what happens. So you may find yourself oscillating between this energy of wanting to plan and then feeling restricted by planning things like, oh, I don't think I want to tie myself in. I just want to be free. And then you go random for a little while and you kind of like go along and yeah, and then you think, I kind of need a little bit more structure in my life. So the thing to do during this square is to try to find the balance between the two. That's going to be the challenge, if you like. I have it myself. For example, I know I enjoy doing the 12 monthly videos for each sign every month. That's a structure I have to do, in inverted commas. I love it, but it's something that needs to get done. But at the same time, I love to paint. I've just started painting and I love it. I love playing my violin. I like playing the piano. Yes, these are all the Neptunian things that I like to sort of wander in and out of. But at the same time, there is a structure in my life that I also need. So it's these two things. Saturn is about your logic, using logic. Neptune would be using your intuition. Again, you making decisions. This is the left brain, the logical, that side, isn't it? The logical side. I'm doing this on almost Mercury retrograde, so forgive me if it's a little bit upside down. This is the Saturn energy, the intuitive side, the right brain that just knows on a gut level. So you're working with the brain, the mind, and the gut, and needing to go with both. And isn't it interesting that in between the brain and the gut is the heart? And that, to me, is the crux of how you're going to be able to deal with this Saturn square Neptune, is to come in between these vibrations, to come in the middle of them, to find that balance, because it will be through the heart, it will be through the love energy that we're going to be able to bring these different vibrations into more of a harmony, because that's really what we're looking for. We're looking for harmony. We don't want droughts, we don't want floods, we kind of like something in between. That's what I'm seeing intuitively, is that this Saturn square Neptune is wanting. Saturn is very linear. Yes, we go to a lower vibration, a higher vibration. We do, this is at number 1, this is at number 10, this is 50%, this is 100%. Yeah, it likes to kind of have labels for things. Neptune doesn't want any of that. Neptune kind of likes to dip in. It likes metaphors. It likes more of a conceptual way of looking at the world. So again, bringing into balance the need for 1 to 10, and at the same time allowing yourself the space to meander. It's that meandering again. Saturn wants to put up walls often. This can be the negative side of it, with the immigration and where the putting up of certain boundaries and walls. And here Neptune says, hey look, we're all one anyway. What's the separation stuff about? Yes, but we need form, yeah? We need to know the difference between the flip chart and the pen. Yes, they're different forms of things in our world. But at the same time, are we going to be seeing a change in reality? Are we also going to see that our bodies are not as fixed as they are, as they may seem? Are we going to find out many more wonderful things when we connect with the heart especially, that we can heal in our bodies? There are so many advances in medicine now. There are ways that we're going to be able to grow another limb. There are so many exciting things happening, but this Neptune square Saturn is going to push things out there more, push us to look for more things. It's going to push us. Now, it can fog you for a while, yeah? You may be feeling as though I'm in a mist, I can't see anything. Or you may be feeling I'm so stuck, I am just stuck in the ground, I'm in a rut, yeah? So if you're in a rut and you're stuck, you're in the Saturn energy. If you're in a fog, you're in the Neptune energy. Too much, it's not balanced. So you need both. That's what's the attention being drawn to in this energy. It's really a little bit about what Eckhart Tolle talks about. Yes, this world of form, and then this world of the spiritual world where you are meditating and you are, going deep inside. It's about bringing that spiritual life that you work on inside of yourself, but bringing that into your everyday life. Bringing it into your life when you're in the supermarket, when you're shopping, when you're out there. Are you bringing the love? Are you bringing the caring? Are you bringing the Neptune aspect into your everyday life? The more we can do that, the more we will lessen some of the harsher implications that this Saturn square can mean. It can mean losing a lot of money on the stock market. It can mean difficult things with terrorism and religious altercations. Yes, it does have certainly those possibilities mixed into this. And doubtless we will see some of these things. But as we chip away, as light workers, as we chip away at some of this, as we bring this middle ground between the gut and the brain, that's my way of seeing it. I don't know that any other astrologer is going to see it this way, but this is the way I am perceiving that we can utilize this Saturn-Neptune energy to our best advantage. I'd love to hear your comments. I love hearing your views. I really feel like I'm with you when I'm doing these videos now. I feel that we are tuning in together in a very new way, and that we can change things now for one another just by tuning in with one another. Again, perceptions of reality. It's not quite as fixed as we may have thought. Thanks for listening. Bye for now.